What's up, Manna, you majors? Welcome back to our series for this month, in which we're going to be looking at the book of Joshua and pondering how we can have assurance of what's most important when things are uncertain. Last week, we looked at the command God gives to Joshua in Joshua chapter 1, verses 1 through 9, and how when things are uncertain, we can look to the Bible and our own lives for how God's character is always certain. This week, we're going to look at that same passage, but this time we're looking at the promise rather than the command. So let's start again at Joshua chapter 1, verse 1. After the death of Moses, the servant of the Lord said to Joshua the son of Nun, Moses' assistant, Moses, my servant, is dead. Now, therefore, arise, go over this Jordan, you and all this people, into the land that I am giving to them, to the people of Israel. Every place that the sole of your foot will tread upon I have given to you, just as I promised to Moses. From the wilderness and this Lebanon as far as the great river, the river Euphrates, all the land of the Hittites to the great sea toward the going down of the sun shall be your territory. No man shall be able to stand before you all the days of your life. Just as I was with Moses, so I will be with you. I will not leave you or forsake you. Be strong and courageous, for you shall cause this people to inherit the land that I swore to their fathers to give them. Only be strong and very courageous, being careful to do according to all the law that Moses my servant commanded you. Do not turn from it to the right hand or to the left, that you may have good success wherever you go. This book of the law shall not depart from your mouth, but you shall meditate on it day and night, so that you may be careful to do according to all that is written in it. For then you will make your way prosperous, and then you will have good success. Have I not commanded you, be strong and courageous? Do not be frightened and do not be dismayed, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go. So, we established last week that this is a hard ask. God is not asking something easy from Joshua and the people, but God had come through before and they could trust God's character. Now, let's look at what God is promising. There's 4 important pieces to this promise that I want to point out today. First, every place the sole of your foot will tread I have given to you. All this land shall be your territory. That's an interesting promise because he's saying all this land will belong to the people, but there's something of a condition. You can't just enter the land and it magically becomes yours. No, wherever you go, it has been given to you. That means you need to fulfill the command of occupying that land. Next, no man shall be able to stand before you all the days of your life. Just as I was with Moses, I will be with you. So, not only will you inhabit the land, but nobody who tries to fight you for it will succeed. You aren't just going to be walking into this land, you are going to be fighting for it. But because I'm with you, as I was with Moses, you're going to win. Then, this book of the law shall not depart from your mouth, but you shall meditate on it day and night, so that you may be careful to do all that is written in it. This is an interesting promise to me. So, you're giving me the land. Nice. You're going to help me fight for it. Absolutely. You're going to help me persist in meditating on the law. Okay, I mean, why is that the most relevant thing right now? Well, it's important because there's an important condition to these other promises that it's easy to miss. God says in verse 7, do not turn from the law to the right hand or to the left, that you may have good success. What does that mean? That means that if you turn from it, success isn't guaranteed anymore. That's a conditional statement. So this third promise that the law will not depart from Joshua is saying that the best place you can be is in God's will for your life. And I'm not talking about God's secret will. I'm not saying you need to try and figure out what God's plan is for every step of your life. I'm saying you need to look at the will of God that you've already been told, the will of God that's found in His Word, and do that. You need to follow the commands that God's given you, not because you're being legalistic or you're afraid you'll lose your salvation, but so that you might have great success. Finally, the 4th promise I see here is in verse 9. Have I not commanded you, be strong and courageous? Do not be frightened, and do not be dismayed, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go. Once again, we're given a conditional statement. We're told that you don't need to be afraid because the Lord your God is with you wherever you go. So, what do we get when we put these all together? You need to lead the people into a dangerous place, but I will give to you the entire land. You must walk into it though, and when you fight, I will be with you as I was for Moses, and no one will be able to defeat you. If you want success, you should hold fast to the word that I have given to you. The word will not depart from you, and I won't just be with you in one place or another, but wherever you go. Now, just like we talked about last week, I might not be an Israelite thousands of years ago, getting ready to embark on a conquest of Canaan, but I can still derive vital truth from this. Look at how God relates to His people. He gives them commands that are for their own good. He makes the provision for them as they step into faith, into the unknown, and He is with them all the way. Is there something you believe God wants you to step into? Maybe finally seeking freedom from an old habit, getting into community, putting yourself in a situation that causes you to grow even if it makes you uncomfortable? Maybe something else that you feel like God's really laid on your heart to pursue, or something you've read in the Word that you know God wants you to do, but you're scared to do it. These circumstances can be really scary, but God will be with you in the midst of them. Remember that He is there. The same Spirit that raised Christ from the dead lives in you. You have access to the God of everything, and He wants to provide for you. So, when things are uncertain, look for what is certain, the way God is present with His people.